Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Ragi karma phala prepsur luptho himsatmako shuchihi harsha shokanvitaha karta rajasaha parikirtitaha.
The worker who is attached to the work and the fruits of the work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure, and moved by joy and sorrow, is said to be in the mode of passion.
Ayuktaha prakritaha stabdha shatho neshkritiko lasaha vishadi dirgha sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate.
The worker is always engaged in work against the injunctions of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance.
Buddhir bhedam dhuteshcheva gunatastrividham shunu prochamanam asheshena prithaktvena dhananjaya.
O winner of wealth, now, please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination according to the three modes of material nature.
Pravrittam cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yavetti buddhihi sa partha sattviki.
O son of Pritha, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, is in the mode of goodness.
Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam karyameva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhihi sa partha rajasi.
O son of Pritha, that understanding which cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, between action that should be done and the action that should not be done, is in the mode of passion.
Adharmam dharmam iti ya manyate tamasavritah sarvarthan viparittam cha buddhihi sa partha tamasi.
That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and the religion to be irreligion, under the spell of illusion and darkness, strives always in the wrong direction, O Partha, is in the mode of ignorance.
Dhutya yaya dharayate manaha pranendriya kriyaha yogena vyabhicharinya dhutihi sa partha sattviki.
O son of Pritha, the determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness.
Yaya tu dharma karmarthan dhutya dharayate arjuna prasangena phalakangshi dhutihi sa partha rajasi.
But the determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the mode of passion, O Arjuna.
Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha navimunchati durmedha dhutihi sa partha tamasi.
And that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearlessness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion, such unintelligent determination, O son of Pritha, is in the mood of darkness.
Sukham tudanim trividham shrunu me bharatarshapha abhyasadramate yatra dukhantam na cha nigacchati.
O best of Bharatas, now please hear from me about the three kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys, by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress.
Yattadagre vishamiva pariname mritopamam tat sukham satvikam proktam atma buddhi prasadajam.
That which is the beginning may be just like poison, but at the end is just like nectar, and which awakens one to self-realization is said to be happiness in the mode of goodness.
विषयेन्द्रियसंयोगाद् यत्तदग्रे मृतोपमां परिणामे विषमिव तत्सुखं राजसं स्मृतम्.
That happiness which is derived from contact of the senses with their objects and which appears like nectar at first but poison in the end is said to be of the nature of passion.
यदग्रे चानुबन्धे च सुखं मोहनमात्मनः निद्रलस्य प्रमदोत्थं तत्तमासमुदाहृतम्.
And that happiness which is bind to self-realization, which is delusion from beginning to end, and which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion is said to be in the mode of ignorance.
न तदस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्त्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं यद्भिः स्यात् द्विभिर्गणे.
There is no being existing either here or among the demigods in the higher planetary systems, which is freed from these three modes born of material nature.
ब्राह्मणां क्षत्रियावेशं शूद्राणां च परन्तप कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावप्रभवैर्गुणैः.
Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras are distinguished by the qualities born of their own natures in accordance to the material modes. O chastiser of the enemy.
समोदमस्तपः शौचं शान्तिरार्जवमेव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमस्तिक्यं ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजम्.
Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work.
शौर्यं तेजो नृतिर्दक्षं युद्धे चापि यपालनं दानम् ईश्वरभावश्च शात्वं कर्म स्वभावजम्.
Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas.
प्रसीदोरक्षवाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजं परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजम्.
Farming, cow protection, and business are the natural work for the Vaishyas and the Sudras. They are labor and service to others.
स्वे स्वे कर्माण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मानिरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु.
By following his qualities of work, every man can become perfect. Now please hear from me how this can be done.
यतः प्रवृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वम् इदं ततं स्वकर्मणा अभ्यर्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानव.
By worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, man can attain perfection through performing his own work.
श्रेयन् स्वधर्मविगुणः परधर्मत्स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्.
It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reactions.
सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वरम्भान् हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निवारितः.
Every endeavor is covered by some fault, just as fire is covered by smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature. O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault.
अशक्तः बुद्धिः सर्वत्र जितात्मा विगलिता स्पृहः नैष्कर्मा सिद्धिं परमां संन्यासेनाधिगच्छति.
One who is self-controlled and unattached, and who disregards all material enjoyments, can obtain by practice of renunciation the highest perfect stage of freedom from reaction.
सिद्धिं प्राप्तो यथा ब्रह्म तथाप्नोति निबोध मे समासेनैव कौन्तेय निश्चज्ञानस्य या परा.
O son of Kunti, learn from me how one who has to achieve this perfection can attain to the supreme perfectional stage, Brahman, the stage of highest knowledge, by acting in the way I shall now summarize.
बुद्ध्यविशुद्ध्या युक्त जित्यात्मानं नियम्य च सभाधिन् विषयांश्चाक्व रागद्वेषौ विशुद्धस्य च विविक्तसे विलागासे यत कायमानस ध्यानयोगपरो नित्यं वैराग्यं समुपाश्रितः अहङ्कारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं परिग्रहं विमोच्य निर्मलः सन्तो ब्रह्मभूयाय कल्पते.
Being purified by his intelligence and controlling the mind with determination, giving up the objects of sense gratification, being freed from attachment and hatred, one who lives in a secluded place, who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in trance and who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship, and peaceful, such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Pranchu Prabhuji, and thank you, Prabhupada Mataji, and thank you, Sanchita Mataji. Very beautifully recited in Sanskrit and also in English. It's a perfect family. Distributing the sweet nectar from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, everyone equally. Thank you so much, Mataji.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for giving us the opportunity, Prabhu, and especially it feels very blissful to be able to serve on Radha Ashtami. So thank you once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Very nice, Mataji. Very beautifully done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so if you're all happy, so we shall move on to the next part of our program, chanting. Okay, so before we start chanting, Sakshi Mataji, would you like to do Jai Shri Krishna 3 times and then we start japa?
Yes, Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Jai Shri Krishna Mataji.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. I forgot. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anyone has not yet completed the chanting, so kindly complete the chanting behind the screen. So meanwhile, we shall enter into the next part of our program. It is Kirtan.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, just give us 2 minutes, yeah, while we do the setup. Yeah,
Yes,
just
Mataji.
2 minutes.
Sure. So we have got new devotee Vedatri Goswami. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. And open on. Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for joining us.
Hare Krishna.
Happy Radha
Happy Radha
Ashtami to everyone.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Jai Gokuladharuni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav 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 Gokuladharuni Mandala Mahite Gokuladharuni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Radhe Jaya Jaya Hare
O Radha, O beloved of Madhava, O you who are worshipped by all the young girls of Gokul, all glories unto you, all glories unto you.
You who dress yourself in such a way to increase Lord Damodar's love and attachment for you, O Queen of Vrindavan, which is the pleasure grove of Lord Hari.
O new moon that has arisen from the ocean of King Vrishabhanu, O friend of Lalita, O you who make Vishakha loyal to you due to your wonderful qualities of friendliness, kindness and faithfulness to Krishna.
O you who are filled with compassion, O you whose divine characteristics are described by the great sages Shanaka and Sanatana, O Radha, please be merciful to me.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. And thank you, Purvasya Mataji and Panchu Prabhuji. It's so divine. And Radha.
Hare Krishna.
Again.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thanks to
Prabhu.
all.
It was Radharani's mercy and her wish for giving us this opportunity again to serve her on this auspicious Radha Ashtami. So thank you once again. Hari Bol.
Some divine arrangement, some devotees are not available, so what a good chance. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Beautiful, Mataji. Hari Bol. Beautiful. Very thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, we shall enter into next part of our program.
Hari Bol. It was very nice. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. So peaceful to hear Ratan Prabhu's voice. Hari. Yeah.
Yeah, the bhajan was very nice. It was very nice. Yeah.
Hello, Prabhu joined later, but it was full.
It's very devotional. Yes. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
It made Radha Ashtami complete hearing Ratan Prabhu's voice. We haven't heard for so many years.
Hari Bol. Jai Jagan. Jai Radha Rani ki jai. Radha Rani ki jai.
Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you, Mataji. Okay, so now we shall enter into next part of our program, Mangalacharan prayers by Our Grace Prabhavati Saji Devi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Happy Radha Ashtami to everyone. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully recited Mangalacharan prayers. Okay, so next part is Premadvani prayers. So we need some volunteer to recite Premadvani prayers. Who would like to lead the Premadvani prayers? Any volunteers?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can do that if it is okay. Hare Krishna. Jai Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramhansa Parivrajakaacharya Ashottara Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaja Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pada Paramhansa Parivrajakaacharya Ashottara Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki.
Jai.
ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की। वृंदावन धाम की। मथुरा धाम की। नवद्वीप धाम की। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। गंगा माई की। यमुना माई की। तुलसी देवी की। भक्ति देवी की। संकीर्तन यज्ञ की। बृहद मृदंग की। सामवेता भक्त वृंद की। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So beautifully led the Premadvani prayer. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so if you're all happy, we shall move on to the next part of program, the main topic. Everything is main. As long as there is Krishna and Radharani, it is always auspicious and all Guru Parampara. Okay, so next part of our program is Radha Katha, glories of Srimati Radharani. So we are touching Shri Bramha Vaivarta MahaPurana, which is said in the scriptures in the Padma Purana. The Puranas are categorized into 3 categories. So one is mode of goodness, mode of passion. For the people, it is for the people. It is not the Puranas, they're as pure as all are on the same level. But for the people in the mode of goodness, for the people in the mode of ignorance, it is for the people, not the Puranas. So here it mentions Brahma Vaivarta Purana. It is in the mode of passion. So this is mentioned here, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, for the people in the mode of passion. So here further in this scriptures, Lord Shankar also speaks to Khanda or saying that if something is said in the Puranas like Padma Purana or Puranas are in the mode of goodness, that takes the higher presidency because Vishnu is the topmost. So that is one thing. So that's why we are reconciling everything with the Pratigna. What is Pratigna? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and a number of reasons and examples. And we are touching the Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, and bringing all the topics, bringing nearer to Krishna and Radharani. So that is the way of understanding philosophy. Okay, so we are going to enter into Shri Brahma Vaivarta MahaPurana. So here we are touching, so there are so many chapters. This is Sristi Khanda, how in the beginning there was only Krishna, and then everything was in the Goloka. So as soon as he says, so like we sleep, Lord Krishna also sleep in the Goloka. So when he sleep, all the expansions, all the entire cosmic manifestation, the material and the spiritual, everything enters into Krishna. And then Krishna sleeps. So that is the beauty of it. And as soon as Krishna wakes up, and then he starts creating the spiritual expansions, all the gopis, gopas, and all the Radha Rani's expansions, and Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, everyone. And then he expands himself into Narayana and all the four-handed Chaturbhuja Narayana forms. So they will go to the Vaikuntha planets. So everything happening in the Goloka. So that's why it is Brahma Vaivarta. Vaivarta is varieties that is happening in the spiritual planets. And then for the pastimes is happening. So further there is a material creation, and then Mahatattva and all those things, it comes. So here we are specifically concentrating on the Radharani glories. So here, so this one Purana is available in the Telugu language, but I'm going to recite the Sanskrit, and then there is further translations are there. I would read translate into English. Okay, so this is to bring so that you would hear Sanskrit and understand everything is aligning to what we are desiring. Okay, so before we start, Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jaymudirayet nashtaprayeshu badreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Okay, so here this Akyana, this is Suyagnya is a Brahmana. Suyagnya is the king, and Brahmana is the Sutapa Brahmana. So the conversations between Suyagnya and Sutapa. Sutapa is going to tell how to worship Radharani, how to go to Goloka. And then the conversations between Suyagnya and Sutapa, it is happening once again in the next level. Lord Shankara is speaking to Parvati Devi. So we are going to immediately start here. Kutradharo Mahavishnoho Sarvadharasya Tasya Cha Kalabhitisya Katicha Kalamaya Munishwara Chudrasya Katiyat Kalam Brahmana Prakrute Tada Manorindrasya Chandrasya Suryasya Yuho Tataivacha Anyesham Vai Jananam Cha Prakrutanam Param Vaiha Vedoktum Suvicharyam Cha Vadaveda Vidambara Viswanam Urdhva Bhage Cha Kasyadbho Loka Evasaha Katha Yasya Mahabhaga Sandehachedam Kuru. So here the translation here Suyagnya is asking, who is the basis for all the entire creation, and what is the basis for the time, and that is belongs to Vishnu, and who is basis for the Vishnu himself, and what is the time factors, and who is Shudra Virat Rupa, and what is his time, how long he would live, and also what is the lifespan of Brahma, nature, Manu, Indra, Chandra, Surya. So please explain all these things to me. So likewise, Suyagnya is asking questions to Sutapa. And also he is inquiring who is on the topmost of the cosmic manifestation, and on top of all the Goloka, on top of Vaikuntha planets, what is the topmost one? So please completely clear my doubts. In such a way, Suyagnya is asking Sutapa. Goloka Drupa Viswanam Visutasya Nabassamaham Tata Nityam Dhambarupaha Sri Krishne Cha Samudbhavaham Jalena Paripurnasya Krishnasya Mukhabinduna Srishnyun Mukasyadi Sarge Parishantasya Kelataha Prakrutya Sahayuktasya Kalaya Nijaya Nrupa Tatradharo Mahavishnoho Vishwadarasya Visrutaha Prakriter Garbhe Samyukta Dimbodbhutasya Tasya Cham Suvisrute Jaladhare Sayanasya Mahavirat Radeshwarasya Krishnasya Shodamshaha Prakirtitaha Dhurvadalasya Marupaha Nasmitasya Chaturbujaham Vanamala Darah Sriman Sobitah Pitavasasam Vodhvam Nabasitad Vishnoho Nitya Vaikuntaye Vacham. So there are so many verses, so that's why I'm just going a bit quickly. So here, for all the universes, on top of it, there is Goloka, so which is very wider. It is the biggest one, and that Goloka, it is created on the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Okay. And it is under Andarupa. It is mentioned as a Andarupa. And when the Lord Sri Krishna, so he wanted to expand, merging with his internal potency. At the time, from his body, there is a sweating drops. Those sweating drops, it has formed as the biggest, we could say, biggest ocean. That is Virija River, or we would say the Karana Ocean. So that is, it is said. So when he was tied, that is the thing it is mentioning here. And then when Krishna was merged with his internal potency, that is Radharani, at the time there is a small kind of anda was born. And then from that anda, Mahavishnu was born. And for Mahavishnu, that is the basis. Goloka is the basis. That is what it is mentioning. So Mahavirat, and also he is called Mahavirat. And he is always in the Karnodaka ocean. And then that Mahavishnu or Mahavirat Rupa, he is the 16th Amsha of Sri Krishna. 16th Amsha of Sri Krishna. And his form is explained. He has got a Shama Rupa. And he has got 4 hands. And he has got Vanamala, Pitambara. And he is always existing in the Nitya Vaikunta. His place is, wherever he is there, it is called Nitya Vaikunta. And it is on top of all other universes. On top of this Vaikunta, this Goloka is there. So that is what it is mentioned. Atmakasha samanvit samo nityo vistutascha chandra bimbhavat ishwarecha samadbhuto nirlakshascha nirasrayaham akashavastu vistaro ratnai gaisha vinirmitaham tatra narayana shriman vanamali chaturbujah Lakshmi Saraswati Ganga Tulasi Pati Ishwarah Sunandananda Kumada Pashadadipi Ravrutah Sarvesha Sarvisiddesho Bhakta Mugraha Vigraha Sri Krishnasya Dvida Bhuto Dvibujascha Chaturbujascha Vaikunte Goloke Dvibujah Swayam Urdhvam Vaikunta Lokasha Pancha Satkoti Yojanat. So the Vaikunta where the Mahavishnu lives, it is always eternal. It mentioned it is always eternal. And it is always existing. And it glows like the moon. It glows like a moon. And then it is Vaikunta planets also existed based on the will of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And it doesn't have any basis. It is just only basis of Krishna only. And all the buildings within the Vaikunta, they are made with so many jewels. And within that Vaikunta, the 400 Mahavishnu is there, and he has got consorts Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati, Ganga, Tulasi. The 4 are the wives to Mahavishnu. And he has got Sunanda, Nanda, Kumuda, so many other associates. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he is a 2-handed and Tribhanga Lalita form. He has expanded into Mahavishnu form with 4-handed, and he lives in the Vaikunta. But Krishna, he lives only in the Goloka only. And here further mentioning about the Goloka's shape. Goloko Vatulakaraha Varisasta Sarvalokataham अमूल्यरत्नखचितैः मन्दिरैश्च विभूषितः रत्नेन्द्रसारखचितैः स्तम्भसोपानचित्रितैः मणीन्द्रदर्पणासक्तैः कपाटैः कलशोज्ज्वलैः नानाचित्रविचितैश्च शिबिरैश्च विराजितः कोटियोजनविस्तीर्णो दैर्घ्यशतगुणस्ततम् सरिद्धर्धप्रमाण न दैर्घ्यन ततेन च शैलार्धपरिमाण न युक्तो वृन्दावनेन च तदर्थमानविलस द्रासमण्डलमण्डितः सरिच्चैलवनादीनां मध्ये गोलोक एव च. So on top of the Vaikuntha, on the distance between Vaikuntha and Goloka is the 50 crores of yojanas. So that is Goloka's position. It is on topmost, on top of the Vaikuntha, 50 crores of yojanas. And it is the topmost. And it is in the shape of Vattulakara. And within that planet, there are so many palaces. They are made with jewels and so many other temples, and all the pillars and steps, they are made with the glowing jewels. And between the entrances, there are manidharpanas, and the mirrors are just like a manis with different other jewels. If you just stand in front of that jewel, you would see yourself reflect. So they're all not actually mirrors, they are the manis, actually Ratna jewels. And then on top of each building, so there are kalashas, and there are different kinds of places, and that particular place, it is Koti Yojana Vistirna. So that means Koti Yojanas, the length. And then it is spread like it is next to the Virija. Virija and Satashrunga, there is a next to it, there is a Satashrunga mountain. And this place is explained, the Vrindavana. So half of the Virja river's length, it is there, and then the Vaishalya or the space, it is the half of the Satashrunga Parvata, Satashrunga mountain. So that much of place of is called Vrindavana. And so in that Vrindavana, there is a Rasa Mandala. So Vrindavan is in the like a rectangle shape. There is a Rasa Mandala. And then so just like a lotus flower, the center of the lotus flower, Karnikara, and then the Virja river, and then Satashrunga Parvata, and they are like it is in the middle of the Vrindavana, between Virja and Satashrunga, in middle of it, there is a Vrindavana. So there, all these gopis, gopas, and everything are there, and Rasa Mandala is there. So it is mentioned, Tatra Gogopa Gopibihi Gopisho Rasa Mandale Rasheshwarya Radhikaya Samyuktaha Sanatam Rupa Dibujo Murali Hastaha Shishub Gopala Rupadruk Vahishuddham Shukadhano Ratna Bhoshana Bhushitaha Chandranot Cheta Sarvango Ratnamala Virajitaha Ratna Simhasanastasya Ratnashatrena Shobitaha Tata Sapriya Gopalaihi Sevitaha Shweta Chamaraihi Bhushtabhisha Gopibihi Malachandana Chachitaha Sasmitaha Sakatakshabihi Suveshabhisha Vikchitaha. So this is so much of beautiful things. When understanding straight away, it is just pleasing. So in that Goloka, there are so many cows, and then Gopa boys and Gopi girls, and Rasheshwari Radharani and Krishna. And his form is two-handed Gopa Bai form, and he has got the Pitavasa, very beautiful, and he has got so many jewels, and his body is tinged with the Chandana, and he has got Ratnamala in his neck, and he is sitting on the Ratna Simhasana, the beautiful throne, and on top of it there is a Ratna Chatra. Chatra is the umbrella, And then he has got, there are beautiful Gopa boys who are serving him. And also gopis, they are doing chamara to Krishna and Radharani. And then all these gopis, so they are looking at only Krishna with smiling faces. So likewise, that is a beautiful place is the Vrindavana, and in between that Rasa Mandala. Kadito loka vistaro yata shakti yata agamam yata sutam simbhuvaktrat kalamanam nishamayam. So Suyagnya Maharaja, so he is, Sutapa is saying to Suyagnya Maharaja. So he is explaining about the time factor now. How many days each and every planet would exist, what is the lifespan of Brahma and everything. So he is going to start the time factor, how it can be calculated. He's saying how it is another form of a watch, the beginning of the watch. Swarnamashu Krutchidram Dandesha Chaturangulaihi Yavajhalaprutam Patram Tatkalam Dandamevacham Dandadvayam Muhurtam Cha Yamastasya Chatustayam Vasarashashta Bhuryamaihi Pakshastaihi Dasha Panchibihi Masodbhakyam Cha Pakshakyam Varsham Dvadasha Masakaihi Masena Vai Naranam Cha Pitrunam Tadarhinisham Tadaharnisham Krishna Pakshe Dhinam Proktam Sukle Ratrih Prakirtita Vatsarena Naranam Cha Devatanam Divabhisham Ayanam hi Uttaramaho Ratrirvai Dakshinayanam Yuga Karmanu Rupam Cha Naradinam Vayondrupam. So he is saying, if we take the there is, I think it is around 1.5 kilo of the golden pot, and take that one, it should be the 4 inches length, and then there should be very small, very narrow golden strings or golden rods. If you need to make a small hole to that pot and then put that pot into the water, and the time it takes to sink that pot into the water, that time is called danda. The time is called danda. So here the weight of the pot is mentioned, and the hole is mentioned, and also the depth of the pot is mentioned. So whenever that pot is sinks, that time is called danda. So such kind of 2 dandas are called 1 muhurta. So 1 muhurta is generally 40 minutes, around 40 minutes, 43 or 44 minutes. So that means 1 danda is 20 minutes. So here, such kind of muhurtas, 4 muhurtas are 1 yama, that is around 160 minutes of our time. And such kind of 8 yamas are 1 day, that is around 24 hours. And then there are 15 days is 1 paksha, and 2 pakshas 1 masa, that is 1 month. That is 1 month is the 1 day for a Pitru Devatas. And for them, Krishna Paksha is the daytime, and Krishna Paksha is the night time, and Sukla Paksha is the daytime. And then for the it is for the human beings, it is kind of a 1 month, 1 paksha, 1 Krishna Paksha and 1 Sukla Paksha. We already know about it. And then here it is a 1 day. And also here it is mentioned all the Uttarayana and the Dakshinayana. Uttarayana is the daytime for the demigods. Dakshinayana is the night time for the demigods. So 1 year is a 1 day for demigods. That is the Yuga Dharma. So Sutapa is explaining the importance of the lifespan. First, he is giving the lifespan, what is the time factor, and then how time factor acts on Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, and everything, and Prakriti, and then what happens to that. So further, Sutapa is saying, प्रकृतेः प्राकृतानां च ब्रह्मादीनां निशामया ऋतं तेऽत्र द्वापरं च करिष्येति चतुर्युगम् दिव्यैः 12 सहस्रैः सावधानं ईशामय चत्वां त्रीणि च द्वेकं सहस्राणि कृताधिकं तेषां च संध्या अंशौ 200 प्रकीर्तिते 340 कैर्नः क्लैस्तंविंशति सहस्रकैः चतुर्युगं परिमितं नरमाणक्रमेण च लक्षैश्च सप्तदशिभिः साष्टाविंशसहस्रकैः कृतयुगं नृमाणे संख्याविद्भिः प्रकीर्तितं सहसैः षण्णवतिभिः लक्तैः 12 सह and त्रेतायुगं परिमितं कालविद्भिः प्रकीर्तितं 8,00,000 सहस्रमितं 64 सहस्रकं परिमाणं द्वापरस्य संख्याविद्भिरीतिरितं सद्वात्रिंशत्सहस्रैः 4,00,000 वत्सरैः रुमाणाद्भा कलियुगं विदुः कालविदो बुधाः तत्र सप्त च वारा वै तिथियः 16 स्मृताः दिवारात्रस्य पक्षाद्भौ मासो वर्षं च निर्मितम्. So here Sutapa Brahmana is explaining about the nature and which are being the prakruta or bhautik material, and also he is explaining about Brahma, the demigods, and their lifespans. He is explaining Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, the 4 yugas, and then 12,000 divine years. They span across 4 yugas, and then Kruta Yuga is spread across 4 Divya Sahasra yugas, 4 Divya Sahasra yugas, and Treta Yuga is 3 Divya Sahasra yugas, and Dwapara Yuga is 2 Divya Sahasra yugas. Sahasra Varshas means years. 1 Kali Yuga is 1,000 Divya Varshas. So that means we already know it is 432,000 years is the Kali Yuga. Multiply by 2, it is Dwapara Yuga. Multiply by 3, it is Treta Yuga. And then multiply by 4, that is Kruta Yuga. So that is mentioned here, with near different. And then between every Yuga, there is a 2,000 years of junction, that is called Yuga Sandhya. Yuga Sandhya is 2,000 years period. And then based on the human calculations, 4 yugas time, it is mentioned 43 lakhs and 43 lakhs and 20,000 years. And then, so that is how it is explained. And so this is what we have seen already, explained this part, and he's saying the same thing. And then 7 days of human is called Vara, and there are 16 Tidis, and day and nights are 2, and 2 Pakshas, and Masas, and then years. So in such a way, the time is divided. So he is explaining how the time factor is being divided, starting from the water pot and making the hole to it, and whenever it starts sinking into it, that is called 1 danda, that is 20 minutes. So this is the explanation. And Srimad Bhagavatam, it explains about the time, very tiny particle. When we open a window, when the sunlight is falling, the tiny particles are floating. They are actually called Paramanu multiply 6, then only we can see them in the windows. So that is mentioned, that the sun takes a time to move, cross across that particle is calculated. So that explained by Maitreya Rishi in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So here Sutapa is explaining about the golden pot and the hole. Okay, so that is the time factor. So, and further he is explaining Tadabhramati Tachakram evam cha chaturyugam tata yugani rajendra tata manvantarani cha manvantram tu divyanam yuganam eka saptatihi ekam kramad brahmantyeva manavasya chaturdasha panchvimshati Sahasram Sastyanta Setapanchakam Naramana Yugam Chaiva Param Manvantram Smrutam. This Yuga cycle, it goes like a wheel. Just like a wheel, it also yugas, they keep coming one after another. And here it is mentioned, one manvantara contains 71 Divi Yugas. And based on the human calculation, 25,506 yugas. So it is mentioned like that. And Akyanam cha Manunam cha Dharmishtanam Naradipa Yet Srutam Siva Bhaktrena Tattvam Matto Nishamaya. And then, so Sutapa is saying that he has heard from Lord Shankara, and exactly whatever he has heard, he is saying to Suyajna. Adyo Manhu Brahmaputraha Saturupa Pativrata Dharmishtanam Varishtasha Garisto Manushu Prabhu Swayambhuha Sambhu Shishyo Vishnuvrata Parayanaha Jivan Mukto Mahajnani Bhavata Prapitamaha Rajsuya Sahasram cha Chakrevai Narmada Tate Trilaksham Ashwamedham cha Trilaksham Naramedakam Gomedam cha Chirulaksham Vidivan Mahad Adbhutam Brahmananam Trikotisha Bhojayamasa Nityashaha Panchalaksha Graham Mamsaihi Supakvaihi Gruta Samskrutaihi Chaveshosha Leha Peyaihi Mishta Dravyaihi Sudallabaihi Amulya Ratna Laksham cha Dashakoti Suvarnakam Swarna Srunga Yutam Divyam Gavam Laksham Supujitam. So he is explaining here about the Swayambhu Manu, and who is the first humankind. He is the son of Lord Brahma, and his wife name is Satarupa. He is always the Dharma Parayana, and he is the greatest of all the Manus, and he is the devotee of Krishna. And his guru, his spiritual master, is Lord Shankara. And in such a way, Suyajna Maharaja's grandfather is Lord Shankara in other ways. Swayambhu Manu is the great grandfather to Suyajna. And Swayambhu Manu, on the banks of Narmada river, he has performed 1,000 Rajasuya Yajnas and 3 lakhs of Ashwamedha Yajnas, and also 3 lakhs of Naramedha Yajnas, and 4 lakhs of Gomedha Yajnas based on the Vedic injunctions he completed. So it looks he has also performed Naramedha Yajnas. So it is 3 lakhs of Naramedha. So that means human sacrifice. It is surprising to me as well, but it was happening even before the Kurukshetra battle also. There was a Naramedha sacrifice, human sacrifice also happened. But it is the period of Suyajna Maharaja. Okay, so now he is explaining about what he has done, his activities. So Swayambhu Manu, when he was performing yajnas, every day he used to feed 3 crores of Brahmanas, all the mrustanna, all the palatable and prasada he prepares and then distribute to the Brahmanas. And he used to give so much of wealth and everything to all the Brahmanas. And he used to give so many lakhs of cows every day. And then further he is explaining, Vainishuddhani Vastrani Munindranam cha Lakshakam Bhumim cha Sarva Sasyadhyam Ganendra Gajendranam cha Lakshakam Trilakshamaswa Ratnam cha Syatakumbha Vibhushitam Sahasram Rata Ratnam cha Sivika Lakshameva cha Trikoti Swarna Patrani Snanam Sajala Mipsitam Trikoti Swarna Bhushasha Karpuradi Suvasitam Tam Bholam Suvichitram cha Trikoti Swarna Talpakam Ratnendra Kachitaihi Manchaihi Achitaihi Vishwakarmana Vainishuddhamshu Kaiteshesha Rajitam Malya Jarakaihi Nityam Dhado Brahmanadbhyo Vishnu Pritya Sivadhyaya Samprasya Sankaradhyanam Krishna Mantram Sudhurlabham Samprapya Krishna Dasyam cha Golokam Vai Jagamaha. So this is the beauty. So we are coming nearer to Goloka's pastime. So here, because we need to give the importance to the Brahma and all other the time factors and the human calculations and yajnas. Later on, we come to Goloka. So that is the way. That's why we are going in that flow. And then he used to give so many other. He used to give the earth, the elephants, and so many lakhs of horses, and the pallakis, or which is carriers, and then so many chariots, and then the chatras, or the umbrellas, golden umbrellas. And then he used to give so many other things to the brahmanas every day. And before he gives, he offers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Vishnu Murti. So to please Vishnu, because all the yajnas are to please only Vishnu. And then because his spiritual master is the Lord Shankara, and he has got all the knowledge from the Lord Shankara, and he has got Sri Krishna mantra, and to get the devotional service to Sri Krishna. And then at the end, he goes back to Godhead, that is Goloka. So likewise, Sutapa is explaining to Suyajna. So Sutapa's spiritual master is Lord Shankara. So here further he is saying, दृष्ट्वा मुक्तुं स्वपुत्रं च पुरुषस्तो भूत प्रजापतिः तुष्टाव शङ्करं तुष्टः ससुजे अन्यं मनुं विदिः यतः स्वयंभुवो पुत्रोऽयम् अतः स्वयंभुवो मनुः. And then the Swayambhu Manu. So here we see Swayambhu Manu also, his spiritual master is our Lord Shankara, and also Sutapa Brahmana's spiritual master also Lord Shankara. So here Sutapa is talking about Swayambhu Manu, and then how Swayambhu Manu went back to Goloka. So it is explaining here. And Lord Brahma, understanding that Swayambhu Manu went back to Godhead, so he was very happy with it. And then after that, Lord Brahma has created so many other Manus. So it is about the second Manu, third, fourth, fifth Manu, and then he's explaining all those things. Swarochisha Manushaiva Dvitiya Vahi Nandanaha Raja Vadanyu Dharmishtaha Swayambhuva Samomahan Priyavrata Sutavanyo Dho Manu Dharminam Varau Tau Trutti Chaturdhicha Vaishnavo Tapasottamau Tau Cha Sankara Shishyau Cha Krishna Bhakti Parayanau Dharmishtanam Varishtascha Raivataha Panchamo Manuhu Sastascha Chakrusho Jneyaha Vishnu Bhakti Parayanaha Sraddha Devaha Suri Suto Vaishnavaha Saptamo Manuhu Savarnihi Suri Tanayo Vaishnavo Manurastamaha Navamo Dakshasavarnihi Vishnuvrata Parayanaha Dashimo Brahma Savarnihi Brahmajnana Visharadaha Tatascha Dharma Savarnihi Manareka Dashasmrutaha Dharmishtascha Varishtascha Vaishnavaha Vrata Tatparaha Jnani Cha Rudra Savarnihi Manusha Dvadasha Smrutaha Dharmatma Reva Savarnihi Manurevam Trayodashaha Chaturdasho Mahajnani Chandra Savarni Revacha Yavadhayur Manunam Syadindranam Tavad Devahi. So he said Brahma he has created Manus after Swayambhu Manu left to Goloka. He is explaining about further there are 13 Manus in the day. So who is second Manu? Swarochisha is the second, who is the son of Agni. And he was also, just like a Swayambhu, he was also always righteous. And he also used to give so many chariots charities. And then third and fourth Manus, Priyavrata Maharaja's children, and they were also very pious, and they also do the similar kind of charity and yajnas and performing everything like that. And they are also devotees of Krishna Bhakti Parayana, and their spiritual master is also Lord Shankara. And fifth Manu is Raivata Manu. And the sixth Manu is devotee of Vishnu. His name is Chaksha. So, and then seventh Manu is the son of Suryaputra, Shraddha Deva. We are now in the Vaivashuta Manvantara 28th cycle. So this is the current cycle we are running now, and we are in the Kali Yuga of that 28th cycle. We are as part of seventh Manu. So, and then eighth Manu. So it is the future. Once again, he is talking about the future here. We need to be very careful. It is not the past, it is the future. Eighth Manu is the son of Surya Deva itself, and his name is Savarni. And the ninth Manu, Daksha Savarni. And 10th Manu is Brahma Savarni. 11th Manu is Dharma Savarni. And 12th Manu is Rudra Savarni. 13th Manu is Deva Savarni. 14th Manu is he is Chandra Savarni. He is the so much of knowledgeable Manu. And all these Manus, they're all they have worshipped Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. The name is mentioned, Krishna only. They are the devotees of Krishna, especially. Now, he is saying that all the Manu's lifespan is same as the Indra. So, what is the lifespan? That is the 71 Divya Yugas. 71 Divya Yugas. Based on the human calculation. So, it is mentioned, it is 25,006 yugas, something like that it is mentioned, but it is 71 Divya Yugas means those cycles, and we need to multiply with the numbers 432,000 multiplied by 10, that is one yuga. So such kind of 71 Divya Yugas. Okay, so further he is explaining. चतुर्दशेन्द्र वच्चिन्नं ब्रह्मणो दिमुच्यते तापति ब्रह्मणो रात्रिः पाच ब्राह्मी निशानृपा कालरात्रिश्च साध्यया वेदेषु परिकीर्तिता ब्रह्मणो वासुरो राजन् क्षुद्रकल्पः प्रकीर्तितः सप्तकल्पे चिरञ्जीवी मार्कण्डेयो महातपाः ब्रह्मलोकाददः सर्वे लोका दग्धाश्च तत्र वै उत्थितेनैव सहसा संकर्षणं मुखाग्निना चंद्रार्क ब्रह्मपुत्राश ब्रह्मलोकं गता ध्रुवं ब्रह्मरात्रि व्यतीतेति पुनश्च ससृजे विधिः तस्यां ब्रह्म निशायां च क्षुद्रः प्रलय उच्यते देवाश मनवश्चैव तत्र दग्धा नरादयः एवं त्रिशंशद्दिवार त्रैब्रह्मणो मास एव च वर्षं 12 मासैश्च ब्रह्म सम्बन्धि चैव हि एवं पंचदशाब्दे तु गते च ब्रह्मणो नृप दैनन्दिनस्तु प्रलया वेदेषु परिकीर्तितः मोहरात्रिश्च प्राप्तोक्ता वेदविद्भिः पुरातनैः तत्र सर्वे प्रणष्टास्तुः चन्द्रार्कादि दिगीश्वराः आदित्य वसवो रुद्रा मनवो मानवादयः ऋषयो मुनिश्चैव गन्धर्वा राक्षसादयः मार्कण्डेय लोमशश्च पेचकश्चिरञ्जीविनः इन्द्रद्युम्नश्च नृपतिश्च अकूपारश्च कश्यपः नाडीजङ्गो भकैश्चैव सर्वे नष्टात्म तत्र वै ब्रह्मलोकादथ सर्वे लोका नागालयः तथा ब्रह्मलोकं युयुः सर्वे ब्रह्मपुत्रादयः तथाश Ghate Dhainandine Brahmalokamsha Sasruje Punaha. So here he is explaining the 14 Indras once they die, and then that is one daytime of Lord Brahma. And similarly, the 14 Indras, if they die, then it is once again, it is a night time for Brahma. And that is called Brahmaratri. And in the Vedas, it is also said as a Kalaratri. And one day of Brahma, so it is called Kshudrakalpa. One day of Brahma is called Kshudrakalpa. And then here it is mentioned about the Markandeya. He lives for the 7 kalpas or 7 days of Brahma. And below the Brahmaloka, so they are all will be burnt by the fire emanating from the Lord Shankarshana's face. So at that time, the Surya, Chandra, and all other children of Brahma, they all go to Brahmaloka. And after the completion of Brahmaratri or Chudrakalpa, and then once again Brahma starts his creation. And during the night time of Brahma, all the demigods, all the Manus, and all the human beings, everyone dies. And so such kind of days for the Brahma, he has got one month, and such kind of months, if 12 of those months, it is 1 year of Brahma. Likewise, he has got 15 years. Once he passes 15 years, that after 15 years, once again there is a pralaya that is called Dainandina Pralaya. So in the Vedas, it is said that it is also called Moharatri. So during that Moharatri, even Surya, Chandra, Dikpalakas, Adityas, Vasavas, Ekadash Rudras, Chaturdasha Manus, Rishis, Manus, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, everyone dies after 15 years of Brahma's year. That is called Moharatri or Dainandina Pralaya. So at that time, the Chiranjeevs like Markandeya, Lomasha, Pechaka, they will still exist. But the Indrajumna, the king Indrajumna, Akupara, Kachyapa, Nadi Jangama, Baka, so they were all die. Even though they were Chiranjeevis, they will die. But these Markandeya, Lomasha, Pechaka, they will still exist. So, and also below the Brahmaloka, there are Nagalokas, they are also will be destroyed. And then as soon as these 15 years passed, or Dainandina Pralaya, and once again Brahmadeva creates all the planetary systems, bottom planetary systems. Out of 14 planetary systems, all 13 planetary systems are completely destroyed. He starts creating those planets again. एवं शताब्द पर्यन्तं परमायुः प्रजापतेः ब्रह्मणश्च निपाते स्यन् महाकल्पो भ एवं नृपः प्रकीर्ता महारात्रिः सैवचेह पुरातनैः ब्रह्मणश्च निपाते च ब्रह्माण्डगो जल्प्लुतः देवमाता च सावित्री वेदा धर्मदैस्तथा सर्वे प्रमस्ता मृत्युश्च प्रकृतिं च शिवां विना नारायण प्रेरिणाशा विश्वस्ता वैष्णवास्तथा कालाग्निरुद्रः संहत्ता सर्वरुद्रगणैः सह मृत्युञ्जये महादीनि प्रलीनेन स तमोगुणः ब्रह्मणश्च निपातेन निमेषः प्रकृतेर्भवेत् नारायणस्य शम्भोश्च महाविष्णोश्च निश्चितं निमेषान्ते पुनः सृष्टिः भवेत् कृष्णेच्छया पुनः. So in such a way, after 100 years of Lord Brahma, if it finished, the Brahma dies. So that period is called Mahakalpa or Maharatri. So during that time, all the Brahmandas, they will be submerged into the water. At that time, the mother of all the demigods, Aditi and Savitri Devi, and all the Vedas, Dharma, and they will also dies. And then only the Mrityu and the Prakriti, Lord Shiva, they will still exist. So during that time, all the Vaishnavas, they will merge into Narayana. They will merge into Narayana. And Kalagrirudra, and they are all along with the Tamoguna, and they are enter into Lord Shankara or Mahadeva. So who has conquered the Mrityu? He is also called Mrityunjaya. So some Kalagrirudra and all the Rudras, they enter into, along with the Tamoguna, they enter into Lord Shankara or Mahadeva. And the time period the Brahmas dies, it is 1 minute for the Prakriti. And for the Narayana and Mahadeva and Mahavirat Dhrupa or Sri Mahavishnu, it is also 1 minute for them. So after that period, after that 1 minute period, based on the will of Sri Krishna, once again the creation starts. Once again the creation starts based on Sri Krishna. He is always in the Goloka, in the Rasa Mandala. So, and then further he is saying, Krishno nimesha rahito nirgunaha prakrute paraha sagunanam nimeshasya skala sankhya vayomitaha nirgunasya cha nitasya chajhanta rahitasya cha nimishanam sahasrena prakrute andharuchyate षष्टि दंडात्मिकास्त्य वाशरश्च प्रकीर्तितः त्रिंशद्धात्रिं दिनैः मासो वर्षं 12 मासकैः एवं गते शताब्दे च श्रीकृष्णे प्रकृतेर्लयः प्रकृत्यां च प्रलीनायां श्रीकृष्णे प्राकृतो लयः सर्वान् संकृत्य सा चैका महाविष्णोः प्रसूषया कृष्णवक्षसि लीना च मूलप्रकृतिरीश्वरी. So here he is explaining, for the Krishna there is no minute, for Krishna there is no time, and he is nirguna, he is beyond, he is transcendental to the material nature, and he is it is only for the sagunas, or who has got the qualities like a mode of goodness, mode of passion, or mode of ignorance. Only for them only the time is time acts for them, time is calculated, or age is calculated. And then it is mentioned Krishna doesn't have any time factor acting on him because he is the source of everything. And then he is saying, for the nature, if it is 1000 minutes of nature, that is called danda. So 1 minute of prakriti, that is Brahma's lifespan, and now the time is coming to prakriti. So 1000 minutes of prakriti is called 1 danda, and 60 dandas time, it is 1 day to the prakriti. And such kind of 30 days of for it is called 1 month. These are for the prakriti. And such kind of 12 months, it is 1 year. And such kind of 100 years, that is prakriti laya. So after that, prakriti laya happens, and that is also called prakruta laya. And at that time, the mula prakriti, it will retract all the creation, and then that mula prakriti is Radharani. Mula prakriti is Radharani, the internal potency of Krishna. So everything will enter into mula prakriti, and then mula prakriti enter into Krishna's heart. So this is very beautiful thing how these technical details have been explained here until the Brahma Vaivarta. That is why it is called Brahma Vaivarta. Okay, so further see, let us see. Santo vadanti tam durgam vishnumayam sanatanim sarvashakti swarupam cha param narayanim satim buddhya distatru devim cha Sri Krishnasya vai nirgunam yanmaya mohitasha Brahma Vishnu Sivadayah Vaishnavasta Mahalakshmihi param radam vadanti te Ardhangam cha Mahalakshmihi Prinarayanasya cha Pranadistatru devim cha premna pranadikam varam Sthira prameya mayim sektim nirgunam nirgunasya cha Narayanasya shambhusya samkrutya swagunan bakun Suddha sattva surupe Sri Krishne leenasya nirgunaha Gopa gopyashad gavasya savatasya naradipa Sarve leenaha prakrutyam cha prakriti parameshware Mahavishnu prirasha te sarve kshudra vishnavaha Mahavishnu prakrutyam cha sataiva paramatmani Prakriti yoga nidra cha Sri Krishna nayanadvaye Adhishtaram chakaraiva maya cha Ishwarechaya. So here it is explaining about the Lord Krishna's internal potency, Mula Prakriti. It is also expands into Durga or Vishnu Maya in so many other names. And then she is also called Sanatani, Sarvashakti Swarupini or Narayani, and who is the Nirguna Swarupini of the Supreme Personality of Krishna, and who is also goddess of intelligence. And because of her, even Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, everyone are bewildered. And Vaishnavas, they call her as Mahalakshmi, or Pararadha. So likewise they call internal potency of Krishna. And then she is also wife of Narayana, and here in the Radharani's expansion, Mahalakshmi is the wife of Narayana. And then further explains, for the Krishna, she is like the soul. For Krishna, Radharani is the soul. And for her, here it is explaining about the divine love, how they are related. For Krishna, Radharani is the soul, and for Radha, Krishna is the soul. In such a way, they both are explained here very beautifully. Both are in the Nirguna stage, equal level, because they are not separated. Both are Krishna's internal potency and Krishna, they are not separated. And Radha has got all determined love towards Krishna and devotion. Okay, so further, Narayana, Mahadeva, and along with their all associates, they track all their expansions into their body, and then they enter into Sri Krishna's body. So Narayana enters into Krishna, and Mahadeva also enters into Krishna's body. And all the gopas and gopis and all the cows and everything also, they enter into Mola Prakriti, that is Radharani's internal potency, or Krishna's internal potency, or Radharani, that is Mola Prakriti, they enter into that nature. And then the internal potency enter into Krishna again. And then all the Vishnus also enter into Krishna's body. Kshuddra Vishnus enter into Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu also enter into the Mola Prakriti, and then Mola Prakriti enter into Krishna. So here it is said, Prakriti and Yoga Nidra, so they are just like they both exist in the two eyes of Krishna. So Prakriti and Yoga Nidra, they both are existing in the eyes of Krishna. So now further, he is explaining. So here, what we see at the end, Krishna only is there, and during the creation, and at the end of the destruction, only Krishna's form. Even all the expansions like Narayana, Mahadeva, or Shankara, they're all expansions of Krishna only. But at the end, only Krishna. Wherever we see, but when we address Krishna, it is with his internal potency. Okay, I think I don't know, we are going only halfway. There is so much. Prakrutehe vasuro yavan mitah kalaha prakirtitaha tavad vrindavani nidra krishnasya paramatmanaha amulya ratna talpecha vahin shuddhamshu karchite ganda chandana malyogha vayuvadibihi surabhikrute punah prajagare tasya sarva srustihi bhavet punaha evam sarve prakrutasha Sri Krishnam nirgunam vina tadbandhanam tatsmaranam tasya dhyadam tadarchanam kirtanam tadgunanam cha mahapataka nashanam etatte kaditam sarvam yad anvruto mrutyunjayachyutam yatagam maharaja kim bhuyuhu srotumityasi. So in the Mola Prakriti's one day time, and Sri Krishna, what he does, so in the Vrindavana, there is very beautiful bed, and on top of it, there is so much of chandana and so much of flower garlands, and there Krishna sleeps during the night time of Mola Prakriti. So everything now in the Krishna's body only, just only Krishna. During that time, he is on the bed. And then as soon as the Lord wakes up, and then once again, entire cosmic manifestations, the expansion of spiritual worlds and material world, everything starts. And except Krishna, everything else is the material nature. So that is what it is mentioned, except Krishna. So in the Bruhat Vishnu Smriti Purana also says, Yo veti bhautikam deham krishnasya paramatmanaha. And whoever thinks that Krishna's body is the Prakrita, so sa sarvad bahishkaryaha srauta Srauta Smartha Vidhanataha. Such kind of Brahmanas who are thinking that Krishna's body is material, such kind of people must be rejected from all kinds of Srauta Smartha Vidhanataha, all kinds of worshipping places. If one comes to see such kind of people, so we have to immediately go to with his own clothes. He has to Sachelam Snanam Achare Tasyapi Mukam Tasyiva Mukam Loket Sachelam Snanam Achare. We have to take bath if such kind of people, if we come across who thinks that Krishna's body is material. So here we see Krishna is only the person. He's the divine. There is no other thing. Everything else, it is Prakruta, except Krishna. So this is even the spiritual world also enters completely into Krishna's body. Okay, so now here, as soon as one comes to Krishna and after his obeisances to Krishna, remembering Krishna, meditating on Krishna, doing archana to Krishna, and glorifying Krishna, then all kinds of sinful activities will be nullified. So that is the beauty of it. So now we understand what is the position of everything, the time factor, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, the expansion of all this, the Kailasa or Vaikuntha and Goloka, and in the Goloka Rasa Mandala. Rasa Mandala is in the Vrindavana. Vrindavana is in between Virija and Shatashrunga mountain. In between there, and very beautiful bed, Krishna is sleeping. And then as soon as he wakes up, all cosmic manifestation starts. So now Suyagnya is asking questions to Sutapa. He has got some doubts. Suyagnya Vuvacham Kalagni Rudro Viswanam Samhatta Jatamo Gunaha Brahmano Ante Vilinasha Sattvam Mrutyunjaye Shive Sivo Lino Nirgunasya Sri Krishne Prakrute Laye Katam Tana Guru Nama Mrutyunjaya Iti Shrutam Katam Prasur Mahavishnoha Moola Prakrutirishwari Asankyani Cha Vishwani Santi Vayasya Lokasu. So Swagni is asking Sutapa Brahmana. So you said Kalagni Rudra and all other Vishwas, all other universes, and the Lord Shankara is the deity of the mode of ignorance, and then all the Brahma and everyone, they enter into the body of Lord Shiva. And then after that, you also says Lord Shankara is the Mrityunjaya, and he has merged into the body of Krishna. So when he was entering into Krishna's body, how can Lord Shankara become a Mrityunjaya? So his question was relevant. So many of us also would be having such kind of questions. So he is saying to clarify it. And also Swagni is asking, so all these universes, the small innumerable universes, they are existing in the sweating holes of the Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu's mother is Mola Prakriti or Radharani. So that is Swagni is further asking, how can Radharani become mother of Mahavishnu or Mola Prakriti or Karunodak Sai Vishnu? How come Radharani is the mother of Mahavishnu? He is asking. So now Sutapa is saying, Sutapa Bhuvacham Brahmanom te mrutyu kanya pranashta jalabim bhavat samhatri sarvalokanam brahmadinam naradipam katida mrutyu kanyanam brahmanam koti sholaye kalena lena hasem bhusha sattva rupe cha nirgunah mrutyu kanya jitashashva sivena guruna mama na mrutyuna jitaha sembhuh kalpe kalpe sutau srutam Sambho Narayanasteva Purpushesha Naradipa Nityanam Lenata Nitye Tanmaya Natu Vastavi Swayam Bhuma Nirgunasha Kalena Saguna Swayam Narayanam Shambhu Maya Purputihi Swayam Tadam Shahasattamaha Shashwad Yata Vahnehe Spulingavat Ye Cha Brahmanaha Srusta Rudraditya Daystatam Kalpe Kalpe De Jitaste Nasvara Mrityukanyaya, Nasivo Brahmana Srustaha, Satyo Nityaha Sanatanaha. So now Sutapa Brahmana is clarifying the answers to Suyajna. So once Brahma dies, and then all these material worlds are completely destroyed. And Mrityukanya, she takes the life of Brahma. So even Mrityu also, it would also be destroyed. And so many Mrityukanyas and so many crores of Brahmas, even though they die, but Lord Shankara doesn't die. Lord Shankara doesn't die. And based on the time, he is always Nirguna. He is also beyond this material nature. And he enters into Krishna. So, and Lord Shankara, he has conquered Mrityu or Mrityukanya, but Mrityukanya never defeated Lord Shankara. So it is said in all the times. So here, when they were entered into Krishna, that is not true. So it means Krishna has expanded himself into Lord Shiva, Narayana, Prakriti, these three. So that is what he is explaining here in order to clarify Suyajna's doubt. So based on the Krishna only, he expands. So we see in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he expands. He creates Brahma and Shiva, and then he comes as a Vishnu and keeping Brahma and Shiva in his control. So we could see in that Srimad Bhagavatam. So here it is explaining in the similar way. Only Krishna in the form of all these three: Narayana, Shiva, and Prakriti. And because they came from Krishna, they are also at the same time called equal and also amshas, just like a fire sparks and the fire. There is no difference in the quality. And then after that, in the creation, whatever the Brahma has created, like Rudras, Adityas, everything, so Mrityukanya has defeated all of them, but it didn't defeat Lord Shankara. So that's why Lord Shankara is Mrityunjaya. So that's what Sutapa is saying. And further he is saying, Katida Brahmanam Pato Yennimeshena Bhumipa Atadi Sarghe Sri Krishna Prakrityam Cha Jagadguruhu Chakara Viri Dhanam Cha Punyaha Vrindavane Vane Tadva Mamsha Samudbhota Rase Rasheshwari Pura Gadbham Dadara Sarada Yavadaihi Brahmano Vayah Tataha Sushava Sadimbham Goloke Rasamandale Chukopadhimbam Sadrustva Rudayena Viduyata Tadhimbam Prerayamasa Tadado Vishwagolake Chakpa Patya Mahadevi Rurodacha Muhurmuhu Krishnastam Bodhayamasa Mahayogena Yogavit Bhabuva Tasya Dhimbasha Sarvadaro Mahavirat. So now here the birth of or appearance of Mahavishnu, it is explaining. So he's saying further, in the blink of Lord Shankara's blink, so many Brahmas have been died. So that is that happened. And then in the beginning of the creation, he is saying, so Krishna in the Vrindavana, he has given his semen to Mola Prakriti. And Mola Prakriti has emanated from Krishna's left side, from his heart. That is Radha Devi. And she is Mola Prakriti, Rasheshwari. So he has given his semen to Radha Devi. That is, everything is spiritual. We are talking in the Goloka, everything is spiritual. So she has, Radha Devi has got the that womb, a baby. Radha Devi carried the baby in her womb for the time period of Lord Brahma's lifespan, one Brahma's lifespan. After that, she has given birth to a one anda, but she has given birth to anda, but looking at that anda, it doesn't have a form like a Krishna or Radharani. So at that time, Radha Devi was looking that anda, and she was a bit dissatisfied. And then she has thrown that anda into the bottom of the Goloka. So where Krishna's the sweat, it has turned into Karunodaka ocean. So that anda fall into that Karunodaka ocean. So now after that she was crying. Radha Devi was crying in a very dissatisfied. She has lost her child now, because she doesn't know what to do, so she has thrown. So at that time Krishna has come to Radharani. He has given Mahayoga Jnana, and then she consoled Radharani. And then when that from that anda, Mahavishnu came out later on. So that way Mahavishnu's mother is Radharani or Mula Prakriti. So here Mahavishnu, in other way, it is everything is happening in the on the will of Krishna. Krishna's Mahavishnu is the Krishna's expansion. So everything is aligned according to Srimad Bhagavatam and also Bhagavad Gita. So we are in the right way only here. So there is no question for any doubts here. So further is saying, Adhime sapalam janma jivanam sardhakam mama sapo me vararupasya api bhavad bhakti karanam sudarlabha harer bhakti hi sarva mangala mangala na tasyasha samam vipra vedoktam bhakti panchakam yata bhakti hi mama bhava bhavet Sri Krishne Paramatmani sudarlabha cha sarvesham tatkurushva mahamuni nahyam yani tirthani nadeva vruchalamayah te punanchuruhu kalena Krishna bhaktasha darshanat sarvesha mashramanam cha dvijater vruttama swadharma nirtashaiva teshu shreshtasha bharate Krishna mantropasakasya Krishna bhakti parayanaha nityam naivedya bhoji cha tatah shreshto mahan suchihi Tvam Vaishnavam Vishasreshtam Mahajnanarjavam Param Samprapya Sivasyam cha Kamyami Saranam Muni Adunaham Galat Kusti Tavasapan Mahamuni Katam Tapasyam Asuchihi Nadikari Karomicha. So here Suyajna is glorifying Sutapa. O Sutapa, you have explained all these things, saying that Krishna is the topmost everything. Now I have my life is now it come to one proper shape, and it is ultimate aim of life. I have reached that one. So please tell me, how can I get the devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He's asking, and now his concentration, everything is going to Krishna and Radharani. And here Suyajna is saying, so Krishna Bhakti or Sri Hari Bhakti, it doesn't come to anyone that much easily. And in the Vedas, it is said Bhakti Panchaka is there, but it is not equivalent to Hari Bhakti, Sri Hari Bhakti. So please tell me the most devotional service to Krishna. Please tell me how I can get that one. Please, with compassion, bless me in such a way. Just give me that all the process and steps I would like to follow. So he is saying, and then he is also saying that the glories of all the tirthas and all the demigods, and about they're comparing about the devotees of Krishna. So wherever devotees of Krishna is there, they will purify all the places. So nothing is equivalent to Krishna's devotees. And out of all the ashramas, he is explaining Brahma Janati, that is the topmost one. Out of all those Swadharma Nirati Brahmanas, they are the topmost. Out of them, Krishna's devotees or Krishna Mantropasaka is the topmost. Out of those things, Krishna Bhakti Parayana is the topmost. Out of those things, every day who eats Krishna's prasadam and who is Dharmanirta, and he is the topmost of everyone. Every day Krishna's prasadam, and who is Dharmanirta, who is the greater than Brahmana. So here it is giving the who is the greatest. So being a Krishna's devotee, we are all fortunate to come to Krishna consciousness. So that is the position he is giving in Brahma Vaivarta Purana. And then here Swajna is saying that he is glorifying Sutapa Brahmana, saying that, oh Sutapa Brahmana, because of you, previously I have got a disease. Now please tell me, how can I perform with this disease? How to get the devotion to Krishna? Then Sutapa is saying further to Suyajna. So here, before to go back to Goloka, one has to completely free from all the diseases. And before getting Krishna Bhakti, he has to serve Krishna's devotees first. So those things Sutapa is going to give. It is not straight away going to Krishna Bhakti. So first of all, we have to purify by taking the shelter of Krishna's devotees. Okay, let us see what he is saying. Hari Bhakti Pradatri Savishtumaya Sanatani Sacha Yavan Yanan Gruhnati Tebhyo Bhaktim Dadati Cha Yam Shamaya Mohayati Tebhyastam Nadadati Cha Karoti Vanchanam Tesham Navarena Dhanena Cha Krishna Prema Mayim Shaktim Pranadishtatru Devatam Bhajaradham Nirgunam Tam Pradatrim Sarvasampadam Sighram Yasisi Golokam Tad Anugraha Sevaya Sa Sevita Sri Krishnena Sarvarajyena Pujita Dhyana Sadhyam Duradhyam Bhakta Samseve Nirgunam Suchirena cha Golokam Prayanti Bahujanmataha Krupa Mayim cha Samsevya Bhaktayanti Achrena Vai Sa Prasushya Mahavishnoho Sarvasampasya Rupini Sahasravasha Paryantam Viprapadodakam Pibha Kamadeva Surupasha Rogahino Bhavishyasi Viprapadodaka Klinna Yavat Tati Medhini Tavat Pushkarat Patreshu Pibhanti Pituro Prithvyam Yan Kiddhani Tan Kiddhani Sagare Yani Kiddhani Viprapadeshu Tani Vai Viprapadodakam Chaiva Papa Vyade Vinashanam Sarvati Dhudakasamam Bhukti Mukti Pradam Shubham Vipro Manav Rupi Cha Deva Devo Janardanaha Viprenatam Dravyam Bhunjite Sarva Devataham. So now Sutapa is saying the glories of Krishna's devotees and what to worship to reach the destination or to reach the objective very quickly. So he's saying, so here Radharani or Sanatani, who is the internal potency of the Lord, she is the one who gives the devotion to Krishna. As soon as she shows her mercy, and then we get the devotional service to Krishna. And whoever are bewildered by her external potency, they don't get the devotional service to Krishna. So for them, she will bless with so much of wealth and opulences. So they will stay here. They think that they are satisfied here. They don't come to. So likewise, they are bewildered. But here, it is only for the pure devotees of Krishna. So that's why you worship Radharani. Instead of Krishna, you worship Radharani. If you worship Krishna, what happens? It takes so many lifetimes if you worship Krishna. But if you worship Radharani, she is the mother. She is the Lord of Krishna's heart. And she is also Mola Prakriti. She gives all kinds of benedictions. She is Nirguna Swarupini. You serve Radharani. Then, because even Krishna also worship Radharani. So what you need to do? You worship Radharani. Then you will go to Goloka very quickly. And then he says, all the devotees of Krishna, so they worship Krishna for so many lifetimes. And then after so many, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapajyate. So many lifetimes. So after that only they will go to Goloka. So instead of worshipping Krishna directly, you worship Mother Radharani. It is very easy. So Sutapa is saying to Suyajna. And at the same time, she also gives whatever is needed in this human life. And then, so before you do that, so you have to do for 1,000 years, you have to worship Brahmanas. 1,000 years, you have to worship Brahmanas. You have to wash their feet and then accept that one as a tirtha and drink it. In such a way, if you do it, then immediately you will be completely free from all kinds of diseases, and you will get a very beautiful form. And so you worship all the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas, and as long as their washed water of the lotus feet, that until that period, the Pitru Devatas, they will take the Tarpana Jala in the lotus leaves, likewise, very happily. So you worship Brahmanas for 1,000 years, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. And because in their lotus feet, all the samasta tirthas, they are entering into oceans. Because as soon as you go to ocean contains all the tirthas water. So that is most auspicious to go to oceans for any worship. So all such kind of things also exist in the Brahmanas lotus feet. So you worship the Brahmanas and the Vaishnavas every day for 1,000 years. That will give you bhukti and also mukti. So the Brahmana is just like the Vishnu, Sakshat Vishnu in the form of human. That is Brahmana. So you worship Brahmana. So here he is giving what needs to be done before you worship Radharani. So likewise he says, and then what further, Ityeva mukta viprasha guhitva tasya pujanam jagama guha vityukta Tvayasye vatsarantare bhaktvacha bhuje raja viprapadudakam shive vipramsha pujayamasa bhojayamasa vatsaram samvatsare vititetu nirmukto vyadito nrupaha ajagama munisreshtaha sutapaha kasyapagranihi. So in such a way, as Sutapai has explained, Swignya Maharaja has followed exactly for that period. And then he says you follow these things, and then after that period, so Sutapai has gone, and then he has written back. Meanwhile, Suyagnya has done exactly worshipping the Brahmanas. Here it is mentioned, it is 1 year. 1 year period, he is washing all those things, and then after that, his disease has been completely eradicated out. That is, leprosy is completely eradicated out. And then Suyagnya, after performing that, so Sutapai has written back to Suyagnya, and then now he is explaining further. Radha puji vidanam cha stotram cha kavacham manum jnanam samavedoktam dadau tasye rupayasaha raja nirghimitam sighram ichuktva tapase munihi jagama swala yad gurgam nirghama tvarandrupaha ruruduhu bhandavaha asarve triratram soka muchitaha bharyisha tatyajuhu pranan putro raja bhuvaha suyagnaha pushkarangatva chakrevai dushkarantapaha divyam vashasatam raja jajapa paramam manum tada darsha gagane radastam parameshwarim satadharshana matrena nishpapasya bhuvaha tatyaja manusham deham divyam murtim dadaraha sa devi tena yanena ratnendradaihi nirmitena cha drupam nitva cha golokam tatra chaishaya tada raja dadarsha golokam najja virjayavrutam golokam najja virjayavrutam. So after that, Sutapa Brahmana, he has explained how to worship Radharani and all the puja, all the process, and Radharani Kavacha as well, and also mantra, which are explained in the Samaveda, and how to worship Radharani. And all these steps have been given to Suyagnya Maharaja. And then he says to Suyagnya that, "O Suyagnya, now go to the forest and do tapasya." And then immediately he left home, and he has got 3 wives, and those 3 wives, they were crying for 3 nights, and then they died as well. And also all his relatives were, but irrespective of it, because he has already left the forest to do the tapasya for Radharani. And then he has performed that tapasya for 100 divya years or divine years. And he has worshipped Radhika mantra. And then after that, Radharani, she has come on a chariot, and he has appeared in front of Sriyajna Maharaja. As soon as he sees Radha Devi, all his sinful activities have been completely eradicated out. And immediately he leaves his human body and he got a divine body. And then Radha Devi took him on in her chariot and then took him to Goloka. So because of her mercy, Sriyajna was able to see all the Virja river which is surrounded to the Goloka. It was very beautiful. And also this Radha Rani's chariot, it is so beautiful. There are 5 chariots are there with Krishna. One it is given to Radha Rani, one is given to Narayana, and Krishna kept 3 of them with him itself. So now Sriyajna is seeing all this beauty of all the Virja river and the other Vaikuntha planets when it is going, and he also sees Goloka and everything. So let us see what he has seen. Veshitam parvatenaiva satasrungena charuna Sri Brindavan samyuktam rasa mandala manditam Gogopa gopi nikaraihi shopitam parisevitaihi Ratnendra sara kachitaihi mandiraihi sumanoharaihi Nana chitra vichitraisha rajitam parishobhitam Saptatrimchadbhihi bihi akridaihi kalparukta samanvitaihi Parjata dhrumak Kidhaihi Veshitam Kamadenubihi Akashavatsu Vistirnam Vattulam Chandrabhimbhavattam Aturyadvam Api Vaikuntat Panchashat Koti Yodhanam Sunyesitam Niradharam Dhruvameshwarechayam Atmakasha Samam Nityam Asmakam Chasudurlabham Aham Narayano Ananto Brahma Vishnur Mahan Virat Dharma Kshudra Virat Sangho Ganga Lakshmi Saraswati Tvam Vishnumaya Savitri Tulasi cha Ganeshwaraham Sanat Kumaraha Skandascha Naranarayana Rushi Kapilo Dakshina Yajno Brahma Putrasha Yoginaha Pavano Varunash Chandraha Suryo Rudro Kutashanaha Krishna Mantro Pasakasha Bharatasha Vaishnavaham Yebir Mrushtascha Goloko Nanyaihi Mrushtaha Kadachana. So here it is very beautifully saying who are all the most fortunate people go to Goloka Vrindavana, who has got easy access to that. Okay, now he's explaining. So by saying around the Goloka there is a Shatasrunga mountain, there is a Vrindavana, and there is within the Vrindavana there is a Rasa Mandala. Similarly, cows, gopis and gopas and very beautiful bedecked jewels in the palaces. And within those palaces, different kinds of pictures, beautiful pictures. And there are Kalparuksha trees. And around these palaces, so many Parjata trees are there. And Kamadhenus are there. And then that planet, it is like a Chandrabhimba. And with like very round shape. And very wider. It is on top of the Vaikunta. 50 crores of yojanas on top of Vaikunta. That is the topmost one. So that is, it is existing in the sky without any support. That is only for that support is Krishna. So here, Lord Shankara is saying that, so here, Sutapa is saying whatever Lord Shankara has said to him. So Mahadeva, that is Lord Shankara, and Narayana, Ananta, Brahma, Vishnu, Dharma Devata, Chud Virat Rupa, Ganga Devi, Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati, and Parvati Devi or Vishnu Maya, Savitri, Tulasi, Ganapati or Ganesh or Sanat Kumara, Skanda, that is also, or Subramanya Swami, who is son of Parvati Devi, and Naranarayana Rishis, Kapila Maharshi, Dakshina Devi Yajna, and Brahma Putras, the children of Brahma, like Atri Maharshi, and so those children, and Vayu, Varuna, Chandra, Surya, Rudra, Agni, and all Krishna devotees, all other Krishna devotees, and who are in the Bhuloka. So they can go to Goloka and they see the Goloka. Not anyone else can see Goloka. So that is the beauty of it. It is mentioned. It is not accessible to anyone. If we see the pastimes of when in the past the books, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, their books, and Krishnadas Goswami, their books, we see how some of those devotees, they could go to Goloka during their meditation and come back. So we hear those things from our acharyas. So, and also we understand these Goswamis are also Manjaris. Okay, so here, so it is mentioned here, all the devotees of Krishna, they can see Goloka, not by anyone else. So further he is saying, Nirayamecha tatraiva ratna pasimhasane stitam ratnamala kiritesha bhushitam ratna bhushanaihi sunirmalaihi pitavasaihi vashnihi suddhaihi virajitam chandanotchita sarvangam kishoram goparupinam navina niradasyamam shveta pankajalochanam saratparanya chandrasya meshadhasya manoharam द्विभुजं मुरलीहस्तं भक्तानुग्रह विग्रहं स्वेच्छामयं परं ब्रह्मा निर्गुणं प्रकृतेः परं ध्यानसाध्यं धुराध्यं अस्माकं च सुदुर्लभं प्रियैः द्वादश गोपालैः सेवितं श्वेतचामरैः वीक्षितं गोपिकावृन्दैः सस्मितैः सुमनोहरैः पीडितैः कामभावनैः शश्वत्सुस्थिरवनैः वैशुद्धांशुकादानैः रत्नभूषणभूषितैः रासमण्डल मध्यस्थं श्रीकृष्णं च परात्परं ददर्श राजा तत्रैव राधया दर्शितं तदा. So there, as soon as Swigna was along with Radharani on the chariot, they entered into Goloka. So there, what Swigna is saying, so he's saying, on top of the throne, which is having so many jewels, and so the personality, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the beautiful form of Krishna, the two-handed form of Krishna. He sees Krishna with his so much of beautiful bedecked jewels, or the necklaces and the helmet, and all the hands necklaces and all these things, and Petavasas. He sees Krishna, and then Krishna has got chandana on top of his body. He's in the Gopa Vesha. He's like a Gopa boy, and his body is like a Megha Shyama, and he has got two hands only, and he has got Murali, that is the flute, in his hand, and he is always compassionate to his Bhakta Vatsala. He is compassionate to his devotees, and he is always free in the sense independent Swarat or Parabrahma, Nirguna, and he is transcendental to the nature, all the natures, even the we see Krishna also says Kshara Kshara Evacha. So he is even the Kshara Akshara is there, I am beyond them. So that is, here is the Prakriti. Prakriti is the Mula Prakriti, and Krishna is topmost of all of them. So he's saying that. And then he is available only through the meditation only. Jhana vasya tadgatena manasa pasyantiyam yogino. So that is here, that is mentioned, based on only meditation only we can see Krishna. So even here Lord Shankara is saying it is very difficult, O Parvati, to see such, for us also to see Krishna. But here Krishna was having 12 Gopa boys around him. They were serving Krishna, 12 Gopa boys, and he is wearing very nice dresses and petavasas, and he is always the gopis are looking at him with smilings. Likewise, Swignyam is seeing that Krishna. So based on the mercy of Radharani, this is Radharani's mercy. And then at the time, Sutam Chaturbhihi Vedaisha Murti Madbhir Manoharaihi Ragini Naramcha Raganam Ativa Sumanoharam Sutabantam Cha Sangeetam Yantra Bhaktrotitam Mune Nityaja Sanatancha Prakrutyacha Sahatvaya Shashvat Pujitaha Padabjam Akanda Tulasi Dalehi Kasturi Kunkumakshesha Ganda Chandana Chachitaihi Dhurvabhirakshita Bitabisha Parijata Prasonakaihi Nirmalaihi Virajato Toyaihi Dattarvai Datishobhitam Suprasannam Sutantram Cha Sarvakarana Karanam Sarvesham Sarvesham cha antaratmanam sarvesham sarvajivinam sarvadharam param pujyam brahma jyotihi sanatanam sarva samvatsa rupam cha dhataram sarva sampadam sarva mangala rupam cha sarva mangala karanam sarva mangalam sarva mangalanam cha mangalam tam društva rupatis vastro hyavruhya ratatvaran sasrunetra pulakitoho mudna sapranamacha. So Suyajna further he's saying all the four Vedas, they're taking the shape of the form and they're serving and glorifying Krishna with very beautiful musical and Krishna was hearing those music from these four Vedas. And then so here Lord Shankara is saying that, O Parvati, yourself and also you also serve the Lord in the similar way. You also take the Viraja river water and also you worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his lotus feet with tulsi flowers and kasturi kunkuma and also chandana and also so many other things, the talambra akshatas and parijata flowers. You also worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you know everything. You also take that Viraja water and worship Krishna. And Krishna is always with pleasant face and he is independent and also source of everything, Sarva Karana Karanam, and he is Antaratma, Sarvesha, and he is the source of everything. He is the only person to be worshipped and he is eternal. And he is the source of his form, is the wealth of all kinds of opulences. He would give everything. He is glorifying all the auspiciousness of Krishna's body. So as soon as the Suyajna is seeing Krishna, immediately he got down from the chariot and then with so much of love flowing from his heart, immediately he went towards Krishna and he fell on the lotus feet of Krishna. So, and Paramatma Dhado Tasmai Swadhasyam cha Subhashisham Subhakti Nishalam Satyam Asmakam Sudhirlabham Radha Varyuha Swaratat Krishna Vakshasi Yavasasam Gopi Supriya Bisha Sevita Shweta Chamarehi Sambhashta Sri Krishnena Sasmitena cha Pujita Samutitena Samasa Bhaktya Vai Sambhramena cham Ado Radham Samushcharya Paschat Krishnam cha Madhavam Pravadim cha Vedesho Veda Vidbihi Puratanaihi Viparyayam ye Vasanti ye Nindati Jagatam Prasum Krishna Pranadikam Premamayim Siktim Charadikam Te Pachyante Kalasutre Yavas Chandra Divakaram Bhavanti Sri Putrahinaha Roginaha Sata Janmasu. So in such a way, Krishna as soon as was so pleased with Suyajna and also he has blessed Suyajna with his divine devotional service to him and he blessed him. So it is very difficult to get even for the Lord Shankara. So he is saying that one. And after that, Radha Devi also got down from her the chariot, and then all the gopis they came to the Radha Rani to serve her. At the time Radha Rani comes to Krishna, and then she embraced Krishna, and then Sri Krishna treated accordingly to Radha Rani. And also here the importance of calling Krishna. We always need to call Krishna as Radha Krishna, Radha Madhava. In such a way only we have to call. So that is what Vedas are saying. That is how everyone are saying. If we do not pronounce that way, if we simply say just only Krishna, then without giving importance to Radharani, then as long as the sun and moon are existing, they will also experience all the pains within this hellish life, as long as sun and moon. So one has to always call Krishna as with the Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda, Shri Shri Radha Landaneshwara, Shri Shri Radha Madhava, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, with Radha pronouncing in the first. So this is what Brahma Vaivarta Purana is saying. Lord Shankara is saying that we always needs to stress Radharani. Prabhupada is always stress. We have to use Radharani, internal potency of Krishna. Hare Krishna mantra, Hare is Radharani. So that's why here the stress of we have to pronounce Krishna's name, keeping Radharani in the front all the time. Ichevam kaditam durgheradi akyanam uttamam sa satvam sati bhagavati vaishnavi cha sanatani narayani vishnu maya moola prakriti ishwari maya mam pruchasi tvam sarvajna sarvarupini sri jatishwadi devi cha parajati smaravara katitam radhikakyanam kim bhoyam srotumichasi. O Parvati Devi, so I have explained all this Radhika Upakhyana. So you know everything. You are a Bhagavati, Vaishnavi, Vishnumaya, Sanatani, Narayani, Moola Prakriti. So you are also knowing you are the Amsha of Radharani. You are also expansion of Radharani. So even though you asked me just like you don't know anything, but it is for showing mercy to everyone else. So that I speak, everyone hears. So here he is glorifying Parvati Devi as well. And Lord Shankara is saying, so that ends with this chapter. Iti Shri Bramha Vaivarta MahaPurana Dvitiye Prakriti Khanda Narada Narayanantargata Hara Gauri Samvada Radhakyana Suyajnakyani Sutapaha Suyajna Samvade Suyajnasya Goloka Prapti Nama Chatushpancha Shatottamadhyayaha. So likewise, the 54th chapter of Shri Bramha Vaivarta Purana is now completed. This is how Suyajna Maharaja went to Goloka, and the beauty of Goloka, it is mentioned. So we are not able to complete the next chapter. We are already past 30 minutes past. Next chapter is giving how to worship Radharani. What are the prayers we have to, how the beauty of Radharani, what prayers we have to use, how to offer flowers, asana, those Shodasopcharas, and then how Krishna worshipped Radharani. Those are in the next chapter, but we would cover that one in coming weeks. So for now, we shall stop this one, Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Om Namo Bhagavate Radha Govindaya. Panchakalpadrubhyasya kripa sindhubhya cha paitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Okay, so now I request dear devotees, I stop here sharing. It is very huge chapter. I don't know how long you could hear all these things, but everything is auspicious. Even if you hear a little bit, it goes into the heart. This is for the people in the mode of passion. Immediately they get attention to go to Radharani and worship Radha and Krishna both together. And we also see how at the end of cosmic manifestation winds up and enters into the body of Krishna, and Krishna sleeps on the Rasa Mandala and the very beautiful bed. At the time, everything is in his body. As soon as he wakes up, everything manifests. So that is the beauty of it. So only Krishna, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha Matta Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Bhudabhava Samanvitaha. So that is Krishna's words from Bhagavad Gita. So I requested you to...
Hari Bol, Prabhu. What beautiful, like you have done this 1.5 hours, entire canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Like it's like very elaborate, very big, but you have very nicely summed up. And yeah, there were a few gaps which we could find, and listening carefully, it's very blissful. I mean, it's Lord's mercy that on Radha Ashtami you also got this divine service of like delivering this Brahma Vaivarta Purana with us, and we enjoyed listening and absorbing the nectar. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Prabhu, just one thing, in the conversation, the first conversation between Sutapa, so who was he? Like, I think I missed that part when you explained.
So Sutapa Brahmana, so he has, so in the material creation, he is one of the Brahmanas. I think there are 53 chapters. I haven't gone through detail. He has learned how to worship Radharani and all those things. When Lord Shankara was explaining, he has heard, and then he repeated the same knowledge. And there was conversation between Suyajna and Sutapa Brahmana, and Sutapa Brahmana cursed him, and Suyajna is in the lineage of Swayambhu Manu. somewhere or other he was got a disease due to the curse, and then he was asking for forgiveness, and then Ch54 Brahmana was giving all the knowledge. So in another way, the cursing was a good fortune for Suyajna, and then in such a way he was able to go back to Godhead, Goloka. So Radha Rani has come personally in her chariot.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, that was like a blessing in disguise. Yeah, like a curse becoming a blessing. He got to hear the entire Bhagavatam story, like, and then we'll get to the root why we worship Radharani. So that's so nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so if you're all happy, then we shall go to the next part of our program, Narasimha prayers. So I think today Malati Sahi Mataji was reciting this Narasimha prayers. Request dear devotees, anyone would like to do Narasimha prayers today?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry Prabhuji, I cannot reach at home that time. Sorry. So sorry. So, can I do Narasimha prayer, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, please. Yes.
Okay, I'll do Prabhuji. Okay, let me check. Okay. Someone going to respond, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, yes, I will respond. Please.
Okay, Mataji. Say Narsingha, Jai Narsingha, Jai Jai Narsingha.
Sri Narsingha, that maybe you can do on.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji. Hey, Mataji. Sri Narsingha, Jai Narsingha, Jai Jai Narsingha. Praladesa, Jai Padma Mukha, Padma Vringa. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Pralada Lada Daine.
Pralada Lada Daine.
Hiranyakasipur Bachahai.
Hiranyakasipur Baksha.
Silatanka Nakhalae.
Silatanka Nakhalae.
Silatanka Nakhalae.
Silatanka Nakhalae.
Ito Nasima Parato Nasima.
Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimha.
Yeto Yami Tato Nasima.
Yata Ami Tato Nasimha.
Bahed Nasima Hridaye Nasima.
Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha.
Narsingamadim Saranam Prapade.
Narsimha Madim Sharanam Prapade.
Tabakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakasipa Tanuvringa Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisa Hare Jai Jagadisa Hare Jai Jagadisa Hare.
তব কর কমল ভরে নাখাম অভূত শৃঙ্গাম দলিত হিরণ্যকশিপু তৃণভৃঙ্গাম কেশবধৃত নরহরি রূপম জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
কেশবধৃত নরহরি রূপ জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে জয় জগদীশ হরে
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
জয় নরসিংহদেব 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 জয় নরসিংহদেব
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
জয় নরসিংহদেব 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 জয় নরসিংহদেব
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
জয় প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ জয় প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
জয় প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ জয় প্রহ্লাদ মহারাজ
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ 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 জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
জয় জয় গুরুদেব 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 জয় জয় গুরুদেব
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
জয় জয় গুরুদেব 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 জয় জয় গুরুদেব
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की जय जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल
हरि
हरे
बोल।
कृष्ण थैंक यू माता जी थैंक यू प्रभु जी
Thank you, Mataji. So beautiful, both of you, Gorang Mataji and Sristi Mataji. So blissful and beautifully sung.
Mataji, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so now we are already 47 minutes past 9 o'clock. We shall conclude our session, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at Japa session. And tomorrow morning there may be also Bhagavatam learning session also, if devotees are there. And then, yeah, as usual, we'll see you in the tomorrow morning. Okay, so if you're happy, we shall conclude our session for today.
Let's all say 3 loud Hari Bols to Amanga Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
To God, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, which slok is tomorrow? Like Bhagavatam?
This is the 11th verse. This is Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Shabdite, that 11th verse.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhyaiva cha patitanam Jai Shri Prabhupada. Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Radhe. Shri Radha Rani ki Jai.
Radha Rani ki Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.